At dawn, precisely at the moment when the sun's rays begin to appear through the clouds, we see an exploration vessel floating on the water amidst the waves of the sea. The blue waves have a golden glow around the ship, as if trying to warn it of something before it's too late. In the next scene, we find Eric checking all his diving gear. We notice that his short brown hair is damaged from the salty water, and his beard barely hides the tired lines on his face. Despite his hands working with great precision on the tools, it's his eyes that show us who he truly is. From his gaze, we understand he's an obsessed man, a treasure hunter with a reputation buried deep in the depths of the sea. He's known for always finding lost relics, forgotten jewels, haunted ships, and places touched only by darkness. But this time, he feels something different, a shiver that comes with the morning. The legend of the German who went missing and the Spanish ship that sank over 3 centuries ago is what brought him here. Many tales are told about this cursed ship, tossed left and right by storms before it sank. The crew on board faced brutal waves and violent winds. Historical records say the ship carried gold, jewelry, and many treasures stolen from various temples. The gold, they say, used to shine amid the waves. But local fishermen told different stories, one of which Eric used to ignore, but it remained stuck in his mind like an echo. The fishermen spoke of a guardian, an ancient creature that has been protecting the ship since before it hit the seabed. None of those who tried to get close to the ship ever came back. On this day, the sky is filled with clouds, making the waves extremely heavy and violently crashing against the ship. Yet none of this affects Eric. He continues to prepare his tools. There's no time for warnings or doubt. He knows the currents are strong, but that doesn't stop him either. He secures his diving suit tightly, ensures his oxygen tank is full, and checks the lights. The darkness in the water makes it seem endless, but Eric has seen much darker depths than this. Without looking back or hesitating, he jumps into the water and slowly starts moving away from the surface. The currents pull him down. As time passes, the light from the surface disappears. He feels the water around him getting colder. The beams from his equipment barely pierce through the darkness. Shadows begin to move around the wreckage of the sunken ship. There's no time for fear. Only the drive to find the ship pushes Eric. As he descends, modern technology helps him see his surroundings. We notice his suit has strong lights and very high-quality cameras, emitting a bright beam that barely penetrates the deep darkness. The water is cold, thick, and lifeless. Every breath he takes makes a loud sound, like a heartbeat, reminding him that he's completely alone here. He continues swimming and exploring the area until he turns on more lights. Finally, he spots a massive shadow ahead. When he sees it, he's shocked. In front of him lies the giant ship, aged yet still intact. It's covered in seaweed and marine algae. The rusty cannons look like remnants from forgotten ages. The ship's edges resemble destroyed ribs. The nets drift like ghosts. Yet the ship remains still, as if it's both alive and dead. Eric feels a very strange sensation in front of it. Among all this, he spots something he didn't expect, the shadow of a figure emerging from the rusty cannons. It's not clear in the darkness, but it's obvious that it's neither human nor from the animal kingdom. Its body glows when the light hits it, like a pearl shining with moonlight. Its hair floats around like seaweed. Its eyes clearly show awareness and understanding. When Eric sees this, he freezes in place. His mind can't comprehend what he's seeing. The creature quietly watches him as if it knows exactly who he is and why he's here. Its gaze is unsettling, with no sympathy. Everything about it confirms that this place doesn't belong to him, and it will never allow anyone near its kingdom. At that moment, the ocean makes noises as if to warn him, responding to the presence of the creature. Eric approaches, and the creature intentionally lures him deeper. He knows he should retreat, but something holds him, like he's been hypnotized. Then he realizes there are secrets that must remain buried, and guardians that show no mercy. Suddenly, she slowly moves her head, as if evaluating Eric. Time seems to freeze. But suddenly she moves and extends her hand toward him. At that same moment, the ship around him starts to shake violently. The rusty cannons collapse, the sails fall, and the ship begins to crumble. Eric sees something more terrifying than the creature itself. Hundreds of human skeletons covered in algae and seaweed emerge one by one, each holding the treasure that Eric came searching for. But among all of this, one thing catches his attention more than anything else. A golden amulet engraved with a glowing symbol among the remains. Eric doesn't think twice. He moves to take the amulet. Driven by greed and desperation, his only goal now is to document this discovery. So he takes the amulet from the skeleton's hand. In that moment, as his hand touches it, he feels a shiver through his body, as if he's crossed a line he wasn't supposed to. The skeletons begin to move and look at him. The Sea Guardian lets out a loud roar that echoes through the entire ocean. Eric quickly turns around and begins swimming to the surface with all his strength. But every movement feels heavier than the last, as if the ocean itself refuses to let him go. His suit lights start to flicker. Behind him, the Sea Guardian roars again, a deep, powerful sound. He doesn't need to look back to know the skeletons are now crawling after him. He keeps swimming as fast as he can, struggling, until he finally reaches the surface and climbs back onto the ship. He's shaking, his heart pounding with fear. He starts the engine to get away, but something tells him to look back. When he does, he sees the Sea Guardian emerging from the water, staring at him, as if making an oath. Her expression is terrifying as she watches him. Her hair floats around like seaweed. This time, the sunlight hitting her makes her skin glow differently. Though she does nothing, her presence alone is overwhelmingly strong. She warns Eric, this is not the end. Back home, Eric places the amulet on the table in front of him. It's still glowing, brighter than the lamp. It looks so tempting, so beautiful, it's hard to believe it's real. He tries to clean it, but every time he touches it, he feels that same shiver deep in his bones. He tells himself it's just fear from what he saw under the water, but deep down, he knows it's more than that. When he turns on the light in his room, he hears a sound that catches his attention, like the splashing of water. When he looks toward the door, he sees the Guardian standing there, slowly walking toward him. She's soaking wet, leaving a trail of water on the floor. Her body is still glowing. Her hair drips water onto the carpet. She's not just a ghost. She's real, standing in front of him, just like the amulet. Eric takes a step back, but she does nothing, just watches him, as if she knows him, knows who he is and what he's about to do. Then she extends her hand toward him and points at the amulet. And this is where we reach the end of the first part of our story. If you want the rest of the story, write to me in the comments and stay tuned for more videos and summaries. Goodbye.